the other major service commanders, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio. Hi man, magpabilin. Fellow workers in government, mga kababayan. Today I leave for China to attend the annual conference of the Boao Forum for Asia. As I said before, the Philippines' destiny is in Asia. Asia's growth is expected to continue to rise to 2050 and account for more than half of the world's GDP. We must therefore continue our efforts to broaden and deepen the Philippines' economic engagement and cooperation with our friends and neighbors. If we seek development to make the lives of our people more comfortable, we must harness the potential of shared growth in our region. At Boao Forum, I shall advance the Philippines' interest in trade expansion and investment promotion. I will highlight the results of our government's efforts to make businesses grow through improved peace and order situation, sustained campaign to battle corruption, and strengthen the policy framework for business to thrive. Just as important, I will reiterate the Philippines' commitment to do more to increase investments in the country, particularly in infrastructure, innovation, and interconnectivity. I shall meet the business leaders to convince them to transform the invested plans into concrete projects. I certainly look forward to meeting Xi Jinping. In a bilateral meeting, we will discuss the full range of the Philippine-Chinese relationships. As friends and sovereign equals, we will review the progress of our efforts and chart ways to ensure prosperity for our nation and region. Make no mistake, there can be no progress without stability and security of Asia's land and waters. There continue to be threats from transnational crime, terrorism, and violent extremism, and unresolved disputes. We will do our part as a responsible nation to address these threats into the region's collective security. Immediately after the Boao Forum, I shall proceed to Hong Kong where thousands of our dear countrymen and women have found work. I welcome the opportunity to meet our kababayans, report to them the development at home, and listen to their concerns and their hopes. As I am here for you, so I am also here for those who have left the country to support and provide a better future for their families. My dream is a comfortable life for every Filipino. My mandate is to secure the interest of our nation and people. My solemn oath is to spare no effort to make this happen as I engage with other nations. Upon my return, as always, I shall give a full report to the nation. Daghang salamat. Any entertainment.
Mr. President, we have Edith Regalado of the Philippine Star.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. First,
Kumusta po kayo?
okay lang po, sir.
Ang star ninyo? Okay lang?
Very okay po, sir. Sir, may question lang po ako. It's about the feud between America and between the US and China. The trade feud. Now, the question is this: 17% of our total exports goes to China.
Right.
So, how would How would it affect us? Are there have we taken measures to mitigate whatever would the impact of this trade to the country?
Yes, let me just say, the market of China is growing. And our Philippine efforts are included there. They have raised all this all restrictions before. Yung mga sa purutas and everything, before the restoration of the normal ties, wala tayo. Now we account for a certain percentage. I don't know why, because it's getting more and more every day. But having said that, we are also in a position now. We're going to have a platform for this, actually, especially the Labor Department. Tumatanggap na sila ngayon ng trabahante. They're accepting first teachers, but 1,000. Wow, 100,000. You know, I think the Chinese want to learn the English language before they take over America, so that they can understand each other. Eh, hindi mo mabayad ng utang eh. So, forfeited yung lupa mo. So, that's the problem. We just take on the sides, but again, I know that this is an itching questions that you'd be asked. Whether I discuss the South of itong West Sea, well, it depends. If I think that's a need for me to raise the issue, and if we intrude now into the business of exploration and development, I might say my piece also on that matter.
Yes, sir.
Ano ko, whether any other plans, no. I am into the business. I'm not going into a war. We can postpone that war 100 years from now. In the meantime, I need the resources of my country to make the people comfortable. At least, kapag-aral, kapag-eskwela ang mga bata, and money for food available and affordable.
Yes, sir.
Yan po ang nasa isip ko all the time.
Yeah, thank you po, sir. Second question lang po, sir. I hope you don't mind my asking you
Ano,
this.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
They're waiting at the tarmac also right now.
Sir, ganito. Okay, there's already an announcement that Boracay would be closed by April 26. No, no question about that. But my question is, has there been a master plan that what would be done during those 6 month period? Has the multi-agency group submitted to you something that this could be done? This would be the phase or ano? A master plan lang po tinatanong ko.
Look, first of all, there's the newspaper report. Sa inyo ata yun na I was going to allow any casino there somewhere. Sa inyo yun, sa inyo lang. Newspaper mo lang binabasa, yung iyo kasi nandiyan ka.
Sir?
Far from it actually. I never said anything about building anything or even a nipa hut there. What I said is that island itself is owned by the government. I've said it before. Agricultural yan, pati forestal. Unless there is a law or a proclamation of the president setting aside anything there, an inch of land maybe, then that would be all right for others people to go in. In the meantime, there's no plan. My orders was to clean it up. So, mag-clean, sirado, there's one way in and one way out. Now, if you are asking of a financial help, I'm going to sign the proclamation of calamity. And we can make available about 2 billion of assistance. But these are only for the poor Filipinos. I will not spend any single centavo for those inns there, hotel owners or motels. At sa magagandang bahay, do not expect me to pay anything. That money is only intended for the Filipino. Yung mga foreigners, neither reparations or remunerations. Sila yung pumasok dyan, they should know na bawal. Yung 2 billion dyan, and the other help of each department has its own contingency plan. So, mayroon magtulungan kami. But master plan, wala akong master plan na. Linisin ko muna yan kasi agricultural yan. So maybe after that, I'll give the farmers, ilan reform ko na yan, mas mabuti pa. I'll tell you now.
Okay, sir.
Ilan reform ko lahat yan. Then I'll give it to the farmers. Me, I'll give them the tractors. Yung ano, agricultural eh. E di ibigay ko muna sa, bago na yung, well, sabihin ninyo, how about the business? Well, I'm sorry. But that is the law. The law says it is forestal, agricultural. Why would I deviate from that? Do I have a good reason to do it? What? Mga casino? Who owns the casino?
Chinese.
Hotels? Big ones? Who owns them? Yung mga mayaman, pati yung mga dayo. Agricultural bang kaya doon? Ibigay ko sa farmers. You want to know now? I'm going to give the announcement. It's going to be a land reform area for the Filipinos.
Okay.
Now, if they want to build something there, they can build floating sa... Unahin ko yun. Lilinisin ko lang naman, ibalik ko sa Pilipino yung lupa nila.
Thank you, sir.
Wala ang plano dyan, kasino.
Okay.
Tama na yan kasi sobra na.
Yes, sir.
May kasino dito, kasino doon.
Okay po, sir.
Give it to the people who need it most.
Okay po, sir.
That is an announcement. It will be a land reform area, period.
Mayang hapon, sir. Alan Nawal sa Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Saya kaday, ang Inquirer.
Taga Davao mo ko, sir. Sa Davao ako.
Si Brito, siguro Tagalog.
Ang question lang ako, sir, is when you came into power, you said that you will choose only the brightest and the best for
No, I
your
did
cabinet.
not come to power. I just assumed the
Yes. When you assume the
employment as
presidency.
a worker of government.
You
I do not have
yes.
any power actually.
Yes, sir. You said you would choose the best and the brightest in your
Yes.
cabinet. And it seems that they're also fast going out of your cabinet for.
Well, there are standards to follow. If you fall short of that standard, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We may be friends. You might be a supporter of mine. But there are rules to be followed and boundaries to honor. Sabi ko dyan is of the interest of the people. Wala na tayong pinag-usapan. Basta bayan ko na kataya, wala tayong pinag-usapan. And I do not allow corruption to creep in, at least during my term. Kung nandiyan ka, sorry.
May sinabi po kayo na may susunod pa na undersecretaries. Ilan pa po sila and pwede po nating malaman kung anong agencies, sir?
Bigyan na kita ng listahan, tapos ikaw nang mamili kung sinong patalsikin. Masyado kang akurado. Sige lang. I will leave the note to the police here. Get it. Mamili ka na. Rules of inclusion. Yung maiwan na hindi mo i-crush, yun ang patalsikin natin.
Salamat po.
I said I do not allow corruption. So, ibig sabihin niyang matamaan, corruption yan. Ayaw ko lang na, well, it is up to the ombudsman because whatever comes to my hand, corruption or otherwise, pinapadala ko yan sa, either sa VAC. But they are into the preliminary, the various stage yan. It goes to the ombudsman. Everybody. Walang pili. Basta kung may magdating sa kamay ko, diretso yan. Ombudsman. Endorsement.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon po,
Ma'am.
Mr. President. Jam Abansenya po, TV5.
Namayat ka ngayon. Ha?
Wala na yung kinakaon. Di ba?
At least yung post-on mo lumiit na. Buntis ka ata, ano naman?
Nakuhaan ko.
Ano?
Ikaduha pa, June.
Ay, yeah.
Itong first month ato nagkita.
Marami pang panahon na.
Ano po, Mr. President, bakit daw po si Police Director Albayalde yung gusto niyong pumalit kay Sir Bato?
Ano?
Bakit po si Police Director Albayalde po yung napupusuan yung pumalit kay Sir Bato?
No, wala yan. Actually, there are suggestions, aplenty. But I choose the right guy for the position. Agbayalde to me is the right guy for the moment. So siya yun.
Ano po yung nakikita nyo sa kanya? Kasi, di ba po, ang karamihan po kasi nag-expect na from Davao po yung ipapalit nyo sa...
No.
Ano
So
po
only
yung...
happens for Bato because pasok ako una. I need men that I could really trust. Pero yung as I go along, rumble on to the remaining years of my presidency, and I'd like to interrupt you there. Ha? I'm addressing myself to the rest of the guys. Alam mo, I do not micromanage. One. Two is, hindi ako ang namimili kung sino ang inyong subordinates. Kayo ang mamimili kung sinong ilagay ninyo sa istasyon, sa regional. I do not recommend, I do not tinker with that. I do not listen to politicians about the recommendations. It's going to be, if there's a process there, a board, something, then let them do it. Ayaw kong makialam, even lalo na sa army. Wala akong, it belongs to the right person for the right moment. That's the only consideration. I have never, you can ask anybody here, I have never talked to any cabinet member or the military and the PNP regarding an appointment, except yung head. Batuan was dito nung panahon ninyo. Hindi talaga, alam ninyo, hindi ako nakikialam. Basta sagot mo sa akin kung anong problema, and then you solve it, then you tell me what's the problem, what's the solution, period. I do not. Even the undersecretary, sinayaan ko yan sila. I have yet to recommend somebody below the secretary level. Hindi ako nakikialam sa tao. Pinakialaman ko yung pinakamataas. The best way to support you, telling the military and the police right now is, choose the men that can help you. Because you are the one who has the problem for the police and the military to secure the country, preserve the nation, protect the people. Trabaho ninyo yan eh. So bakit ako makialam? You would know best what is good for after all, we only have one nation. You mess up with your work. Dalit lahat Pilipino. Then I would say to you, is that the way how you treat your country? Is that the way how you serve your country? And if it's in shambles, I'd invite you to view it with me and say, look what happened. Explain to me kung bakit nakaganito tayo. Pero kung micromanage ako, I do not play favorites. And not because Agbayalde pati si Galvez, hindi taga no. Was not this whole consideration. Hindi ko hinahaluan ng politika yan. Yung military pati police, hindi ko talaga I do not allow even a request for a transfer of a police chief. Ano what you say? Talk to Bato. No, this time talk to Agbayalde. Or talk to Guerrero. If you have a problem with yung opisina mo, Jagger? Marina? Pangalan pa naman ng babae. Pakisilip nga kung maganda yan. Problema yung opisina mo, ha? Grabe ang problema dyan sa pantalan. And just do not forget that it's not South and North Harbor, it's all over the Philippines.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm JP Soriano from GMA News. Sir, pasensya na po. This just in.
Pinatawad na kita.
Sir, maybe we just get your reaction. The Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno, in a speech earlier today, she urged you, Mr. President, to explain to the public why Solicitor General Jose Calida was the one who filed the quo warranto petition against her. And I quote, sabi po ni CJ Sereno, pakipaliwanag po bakit si Solicitor General Calida ang nag-file nitong quo warranto. Surely you must explain to the people why this unconstitutional act. Sir.
Alam mo ganito, sinabi ko na kay Chief Justice Sereno, I am not into the habit of maghabol ng kalaban. I have no history in that. Congressman, Speaker Nograles, when he was during his 80s, filed so many charges against me, reaching to the Supreme Court. I never retaliated. Ikaw, Sereno, sinabi ko na sa iyo, hindi ako nakialam. If you are insisting, then I count me in. Count me in and I will egg Calida to do his best. Ako na mismo maglakad rin kalaban sa iyo. Sinasabi ko na sa iyo na hindi ako nakikialam. Now, sige ka dyan, daldal ng daldal. O sige, upakan kita. I will help the investigator. Talagang upakan kita. So, I'm putting you on notice that I am now your enemy. And you have to be out of the Supreme Court. I will see to it that after that, then I'll request the Congress go into the impeachment right away. Because the two entities can hear it simultaneously. They can proceed with the quo warranto. Hindi, ang quo warranto is Supreme Court, the impeachment is Congress. So that I'd like to ask Speaker Alvarez now, kindly fast-track the impeachment of her. She is bad for the Philippines.
Sir, may just briefly shift to another topic. You're leaving for China.
Pero
Yes, sir, go ahead.
yung maestra na hindi nakapile ng Statement of Assets and Liabilities, maestra na mahirap lang, tangina, pinaalis ninyo. O itong babaeng na ito, she earned money, attorney's fees, collected from the government. Ni 5 centavos hindi yun. What is the special treatment? Me? I'll go to jail with her. Samahan ko sila, dyan ako sa gitna, ang silda ko. Dilima dito, pati siya. Kung wala na talagang iba, di... Ay putang, sinabi nang hindi ako nakikialam eh. Mayroon sa kanya nga. Let the world know. Talagang, I will, makialam ako. Ako nagpapasensya lang ako, babae. Now this time, I'm asking the congressman and the speaker, do it now. Huwag ninyong dramahin. Or else I will do it for you. Ayaw ko kung makialam niya mag-ganong kaso. Alam mo kasi, pardon the gender, I'm not trying to insult anybody here. Either the gays, pero sa amin niya maliit pa kami kasi. Ay, mahinin kasi, binayot yang ganon. Yung magsuntukan ka, magpagsuntukan ka, iyak-iyak ka dyan, putang, pumasok ka dyan, tapos, hindi ako ganon. Ngayon, makialam talaga ako. I am asking Congress, what's taking you too long? Do not create any crisis in this country. I will not hesitate to do what is to the best interest of my country. If it calls for your forced removal, I will do it.
Sir,
Yung mga corrupt. Yes, sir.
Sir, while China has promised to you that they will refrain from doing any reclamation to the Scarborough Shoal,
Scarborough Shoal, no.
Scarborough Shoal, and will you be raising that same issue or reiterate that when you meet
No,
with
I will
President
just
Xi,
thank
sir?
them and say thank you for issuing the statement. It's a word of honor for us. Kami yung mga sa taas. And I am lucky that I am one of them who napunta sa itaas. We do it by word of honor. And I would always say, I will bank on your word not to do it. And China has repeatedly said, kasi nag-object sila ng military pati tayo, foreign affairs.
Opo.
And said, rest assured, we will not start any construction there. I'm sure China would not want to lose our friendship and our goodwill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Safe travel, sir.
Thank you. Yes, my friend.
Yeah, magandang hapon, Mr. President.
Uy.
My name is Huang Zhenzhen from China Central Television. So, as of now, you just mentioned the trade war between the U.S. and China. It seems looks like some countries are going back to the trade protectionism. But Chinese President Xi Jinping always emphasized that China will always open its market to the world. And this time you will attend the Boao Forum. How do you see the importance of the Boao Forum's role to promote the economic integration in the world? Thank you.
I think Mr. President Xi would like to review how fast the One Belt, One Road. Then I am not supposed to announce it, but nakita ko na sa there to give us another 500 million. That's about mga that's quite a lot of additional, and for the Marawi. And I'm happy for the Maranaos that more aids are coming. Huwag kayong mga Moro, huwag kayong mamadali. This is not something na linisin ko muna yan bago ka magpatayo kayo. You cannot erect a post there with the rubbles and rocks. Give us time to clean the downtown area. Tapos, papasok kami. We will clean it up of leftovers or yung hindi pa na unexploded ordnance just to make it safe for you. Bigyan nyo kantingin pa na, huwag na nyo. At huwag kayong maniwala dyan, pumapasok yung mga left na inuudyok kayo na you will not allow this, you will not allow that. I do not receive orders from anybody. Wala ako dyan. Kung anong sabihin ko as president na yan ang mabuti, huwag ninyo akong pakialaman. I will do what, basta sigurado ako, I will do what is best for you. So do not hurry me up. We're trying to gather Hindi ito basta-basta. Nasira, you can rebuild it with how many billion? Just stay put. Kung wala naman kayong pera at wala naman kayong plano, leave it to government. But for you to impose upon me conditions, I'm sorry. You'll just have to follow government. And we did not create the chaos there. Yung pinapasok kasi ninyo yung mga gago eh. I said, I am not mad at you. But please, next time. Now, the military camp, yung regimental size, will stay there. It will assure Marawi of eternal peace. Kung hayaan ko yan, tapos babalik na naman, then we go again to the destruction of. Ayaw man niyo tindi, kagaya ng Boracay, that is it. We have the money, we will help you. It is not intended for everybody, lalo na those who do not need it. Mga opportunista, mas bright ako sa inyo. Consider Boracay a land reform area. I will give it to the farmers, to the Filipino first. Bakit bigyan ko kayo ng mga kasino yung putang? Anong makuha ng Pilipino dyan? Lahat yan. I will issue a proclamation, lahat, agricultural. And I will open it to itong mining. I'm going to give you 6 months from now. Anong pitsa ba tayong yawa? 6 months. I do not want to say any bold Yung indinaanan ninyo, I want trees as tall as me by 6 months. Pag wala yung kahoy na iniwan ninyo, na niwasak ninyo yung lupa, then consider your permit revoked. Hindi ako nagbibiro. Do not wait for the day of your sorrow. 6 months. I do not want to say any bald piece of blunder. Pag wala akong nakitang kahoy kasing taas ko, better pack up your thing. You can go. And that would be closed permanently. Yung na masisiraan ko, and maybe next year, maybe I will ban open pit mining. Sleep on it. Sleep on it. Yes, ma'am. May I continue?
So I would like to know, you just mentioned about a lot of domestic issue, but I would like to know about how do you value this time? The Boao's theme is open and innovative Asia. How do you say about the openness and the innovation?
Well, let me put it this way. As I have said, our destiny lies in Asia. It does not lie in the Middle East interest. They are too far away, too busy fighting the wars. And some of them have no money. If you do not have money, you're not my friend. I go to China, plenty of money. That's what I need money to. But anyway, I just simply love Xi Jinping. He understood, he understands my problem, and is willing to help. And I'd like to say thank you, China. Please carry the message. You have not been, you're going home every month?
No.
How many years?
I stay in the Philippines for 4 years already. And
Oh.
yes.
You can join me. I have a vacant seat beside me.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Where's your passport? Okay.
So, Mr. President, how do you looking forward the relationship between our two countries under this kind of openness and innovation?
I think that it would bloom. It's like a flower that would bloom into something big and beautiful. With one stem, and China and the Philippines will bloom. And you and I are in the middle of the flower.
And what's your expectation about how China and the Philippines can cooperate in your build plan?
Well, of course, China is a very important ingredient there. You factor almost everything from a hard start. But we are doing money, but of course, it would not really be enough. Every day, the cost of money goes up. That's the problem. So, you will have a pricing today far different from last week. So, I would say I need China. More than anybody else at this time of our national life, I need China. I will not say something which is not true.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
See you in the flower, in the arena of...
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yes.
President. I'm Zhang Zhiwen from the People's Daily China. And my question is that this year marks the 40th anniversary after China's reform and opening up, and which also serves as the theme of the Boao Forum for Asia annual conference. So what is your evaluation on China's reform and opening up, this progress, and what is your perspective towards the annual achievement on Boao Forum for Asia? Thank you.
Yes, but the most important thing really is that we understand each other's problem, that we recognize our sovereignty, it's no intervention, that the help there is no strings attached, and that's what China has promised us. And the more robust exchange of market So, but China, the balance of trade now is in our favor. I think we're more export to China than China is importing from the Philippines, except the fruits. But that's one of our biggest factor there. And we are waiting for the human resource. You would need the doctors, so many billions of Chinese. You need doctors everywhere, nurses, and these things are bound to happen. Starting with teachers. So the interconnectivity of our country on all aspects of governance will come in. And we're ready to cooperate and help each other.
How do you evaluate China's reform and opening up policies?
Well, I'm happy for President Xi. He's the strongest leader thereabout. And you know, this is not to derogate anybody. Less than a strong man in China will somehow affect your country. President Xi is very strong. He's against corruption, and that's what made him succeed. He succeeded because people supported him for his moral stand. Either the president has a moral stand or not. I mean, corruption. But moral in the sense that you have other, for example, 2 wives, 3 wives, that is not moral. If you can afford to, there's no such thing as an immoral president just because he has 2 wives. Maybe 5, okay. But like Secretary Bello, only 2. Still moral. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. That concludes our press conference. Ladies and gentlemen, media,
Let me
maraming
just
salamat
say
po.
that's my policy. Policy to yung announce ko ngayon sa military pati police. Then the mining, I'm serious. Make an effort and extra effort na mataniman mo yung kinalbo mo na bugid. The trees by that time should be as tall or taller than me. Wala ka, Boracay, no problem. Do not go into a messy debate. Boracay, I will declare it a land reform area. It's agriculture. We will not change the policy. It's agriculture until now. So you might want to save, salvage everything, anything there that you own, and use it somewhere else. First and foremost is I have to worry about my countryman's problem, not yours. You are the least of my problems. Huwag mo rin yung akong... Hindi ko kayo iniisip, ang iniisip ko yung Pilipino. Ibigay ko sa Pilipino yung lupa na. Thank you.
Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mag-aahon sa piling mo. Di ko mawawala ang korupsyon.